And I think it's incumbent on the provincial government to know, to understand what's happening out here and to listen to the people finally.
It may very well be the last chance for voters in Surrey to say no to bringing in the Surrey Police Force. Sunday marks the final day citizens can sign a referendum to try and keep the RCMP in the city.
Like that? Yep. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
As dozens of officers with the new Surrey Police Service prepare to hit the ground running later this month, citizens are taking their last chance to sign a referendum to stop the municipal force. The group Surrey Police vote finalizing signatures over the weekend to submit on Monday with the hope the province will intervene if enough names are provided.
Well, I believe that we all have a say for what should be happening in Surrey. We pay tax dollars. Our tax dollars are going to this.
I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be a success. I think we've met most of the criteria that's there. As you can see here, people are falling over themselves to sign.
This is an absolute message to the provincial government. Surrey not only wants a referendum on the policing issue, they deserve it. And it's time that the provincial government stood up and did the right thing and gave the residents their referendum.
While signatures are accepted from any BC riding, the campaign has only focused on the 9 in Surrey. BC's Recall and Initiative Act indicates signatures from at least 10% of registered voters for each of BC's 87 ridings must be collected for the petition in order to be successful.
We're just asking for a regional referendum, so we're just for Surrey. So we've just concentrated on the Surrey districts. So if we get the 10% of the 9 Surrey ridings, I'm hoping that the second largest city in the province, that this will send a very clear message to the provincial government that the citizens of Surrey want a voice in this and they want to be heard.
For their part, Surrey City Councillors Doug Elford and Lori Guerrera don't think a referendum will happen because there hasn't been enough support province-wide. Elford telling City News, "It is my understanding that the referendum campaign needs 10% support from all 87 electoral districts for it to succeed. Therefore, I am confident that there will be no referendum." And Guerrero writing in part, "I think the Keep the RCMP bunch in Surrey and the National Police Federation has gone way too far in the fight to keep them in Surrey. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and I think it's time we welcomed the Surrey Police Service in our city." The final signature count will be announced Monday morning. In Surrey, Ashley Burr, City News. Home sales and prices in the Vancouver area have jumped during the pandemic, and that's affecting the housing supply. After a big decline last month, inventory is now hitting record lows. The BC Real Estate Association says there was a 40% drop in active residential listings in October over the same time last year. This economist says the pandemic is pushing demand.
Markets themselves do have a tendency to rebalance over time. So it's going to be a question of what drives that change. And my view is that we will see, again, a 16% drop off in sales for the coming year. And in 2023, I expect to see, again, another decline in sales, as that affordability aspect does create a huge constraint for a lot of buyers.
Vancouver Island is currently in even more demand than the Lower Mainland. But Yu says sales could slow in the new year if interest rises in the assessment of the Real Estate Association.